In this Pixels review, I'm going to be showing you how this powerful AI thumbnail maker for YouTube is changing the way creators design thumbnails and why it might be one of the best AI tools for content creation right now. If you've ever struggled with your click-through rate, design skills, or just figuring out how to make a thumbnail with AI, this is really going to be a game changer. Now, let's just be real. Thumbnails are everything on YouTube. And Pixels isn't just another AI thumbnail generator. It's built specifically to help you create, test, and optimize thumbnails and titles that are actually going to get you clicks. So in this Pixels review, what exactly does Pixels do? First off, this is a full AI YouTube thumbnail generator that can create eye-catching thumbnails in a matter of seconds. So you have the ability to go from idea or something, that you like to seeing something come fully into fruition. You simply describe your idea, or even better, just drop an existing thumbnail you like, and Pixels will create and improve it for you. It's kind of like going from this to that. That's huge. Now, because you don't really need Photoshop, Canva, or advanced design skills, this is basically a thumbnail AI generator that works for beginners and pros alike. Now, I'm somebody who likes to keep everything as simple as I possibly can. Now, one of my favorite features in this Pixels AI review is the persona system. You can actually upload your own photos and train the AI to generate thumbnails with your own face. So instead of generic design skills and generic designs, you get consistent branding across your entire channel. So you get to train the AI on exactly what it is that you want to see. And I don't know about you, but that's huge. Now, let's talk a little bit about the speed of this thing. With Pixels AI, you can generate thumbnails in about 30 seconds. And ladies and gentlemen, I really literally do mean 30 seconds. That means if you're running a daily content schedule, or like me, you're covering trending topics, you can pump out high quality AI generated thumbnails without slowing down your entire workflow. So it's basically going to depend upon how you choose to work. And I typically work off of a Kanban system. So this is going to help you in a huge way. Now, it doesn't really stop there either. This tool can also help with titles and the packaging, which is something most AI thumbnail makers completely ignore. So the packaging is really important, and making sure that you have a great virality score, meaning you can go viral with the thumbnail, makes really important as well. Pixels analyzes what works and helps you create thumbnails designed for a higher CTR. Click-through rate. That's the whole idea. So if you've ever watched a YouTube thumbnail tutorial or tried to figure out how to make a thumbnail using AI, this tool basically replaces the entire learning curve for you. Now, real talk. I mean, real talk. For this Pixels AI review, it's not perfect, but I want to tell you this thing is powerful and it helps me. And I've kept this subscription for a little bit of time. And I just decided to start showing you guys a lot more of the tools that I use in my own personal business. Like most AI thumbnail makers, especially some of those free tools, you may need to tweak it some to get better results. And that's just with anything that AI does. Now, if you're creating a ton of thumbnails, then you'll need to watch your credits. But of course, for what I've been able to see in the system, the credits roll over. So if you don't use them, you're going to keep adding on to it. So, but overall, this is one of the best thumbnail maker tools that I have tested. And I'm going to be showing you guys over the next several days a lot of the thumbnail tools that I test. And I'm going to show you the good, the bad, the ugly. Now, if you're looking for a viral thumbnail maker that combines speed, automation, and actual YouTube focused optimization, Pixels AI is definitely worth you checking out. So if you want to stop guessing and you want to start getting clicks, this might be the tool that'll help you level up your channel. Now, I'm going to, of course, leave a link down in the description for you down below. I want you to make sure that you go ahead and take advantage of it. And this is going to start you off on a free trial, so you'll be able to use this on a free trial basis. So make sure that you click on the link and you try it out. Now, I'm going to take you into a demo. I'm going to show you how this software actually works, so that way you can actually see it in action. All right, everybody, when you log in, you're going to come to this particular screen. This is your Pixels, and I'm sorry for the dents in my forehead. I'm sure I have because of my glasses. You're going to actually come in here and you're going to see all of your previous chats on your left-hand side panel. You can actually come in here to your account to see how long you've had your account. And just for the sake of this, just showing you guys, I've had this account since January of 2025, right? And I'm just now getting to tell you guys about how much I use this, okay? You have other options here as far as your billing is concerned, your plans are concerned. They do give some individuals API access, but I'm not one of those individuals. Now, what you do is when you first come in here, you're going to have to set up what's called your persona. You can make your personas public or private. So you can do public or private. And I put a couple in here. I'm going to eventually delete these because I don't even really need those. So I'm going to take those out. And then you have styles that you can actually, if you got a thumbnail and you like that particular style of thumbnail, you can actually put it inside of here and it'll continue to duplicate that type of a style of a thumbnail. So that's pretty good. And I like that. So you can do that with styles. Has additional tutorials here as well as the Discord. All right. So I'm going to come in here from, I believe this was yesterday's chat. I'm just going to show you a couple of the situations that I did. My prompt for this was create a thumbnail of a man underwater holding a handful of cash and trying not to get the cash wet. Off in the distance, people are watching in shock. And this is what it actually created. Just to give you an idea of the kinds of thumbnails that this can create, you've got the people in the back that are in shock, and you've got a man trying to, which is me, trying to hold up some cash, right? And then you have two different versions of this because you actually have the ability to set how many generations of this do you want. I want to show you also, which is what you saw in the other video. I took someone's thumbnail that I saw like this, and I actually turned it into this. Now, I didn't like the word big problem because I don't have a problem with Camtasia. What I did was I turned it into, I changed the words and I gave it an additional prompt that said, show a man. No, let me see. It says change the word big problem to solved problem. And now we have solved problem. So instead of big problem, it says solved problem. So you can do all sorts of things. Now, I actually made some thumbnails for this review. And so I actually made some thumbnails inside of Pixels about Pixels, which is really cool. And it gave me some really good output. So I got a couple of different versions of it. And so I ultimately settled on this one because I thought this one was pretty good. And so, yeah, you can really use this. Now, let's go in here and I want to show you this really quick. How you start is you come down to the prompt and you just type what it is that you want to see, right? Now, let me actually make this a little bit larger. I don't know why we can't see this bigger. Okay, there we go. You use the prompt and you can type whatever kind of prompt you want in here. Now, this is where you're going to add your personas. So now when you first set up your personas, it's going to take a lot of credits. I'm just going to be honest. I don't remember the exact number that it took, but it took a significant amount. But I didn't really need to make a whole lot of thumbnails right then and there. And if you run into any problems with that, I just want to let you know you can purchase credits as low as $15. Okay. And I know a lot of times when they use a lot of these credit-based systems, all of us are worried about how much the credits are. So let me just tell you, 15 for 500, 40 for 1500, 2500 for 65, 35 for 90, and 45 for 115. Let me say this. I get roughly about 1,000 credits a month. I might get something more than that. I forget. I've never used these credits all up. So it's never something that I worry about. Now, if you look right here, you will see I have 1,400 credits here. I never run out of credits. I've never, since I've been doing this. Now, if you're an agency and you're creating thumbnails for other people, you may run into an issue. But for the most part, I typically don't run into any sort of issues when it comes to credits. Okay. Now, the best way for recreating, you can use a YouTube link. You can put a link here to recreate a thumbnail. So if you find a thumbnail on YouTube that you like, you can either download it and upload it to the software, or you can just link to it and it'll take the thumbnail from the video, and then you can add your persona. If you wanted to add an additional picture or image in there, you could do that as well. And then you could tell it whatever the edits are that you want. Now you will see here at the bottom, it says generate. If you have generate on, you can generate one thumbnail, two thumbnails, 4, 8, or 16. So that's how I got the 4. Let me see if I can scroll up here, prompt. That's how I got the 4 thumbnails here. I had it to generate 4 different versions of a thumbnail for me, and that's how I got that, okay? All right, now you can also drag and drop your thumbnail in here to have it analyze it, and it's gonna give it a virality score. And with that being done, you can pretty much determine on whether or not you wanna enhance it. If you wanna enhance it, it normally takes about 10 credits to enhance it, so it's not a lot. Or if you have a thumbnail, you can upload it, and if you wanna edit that thumbnail, you can tell it what you wanna do. So it's really easy. You even have a title where you can ask it to help you generate a title as well, okay? So it's relatively very easy to use this software. Now, there's gonna be a link down in the description down for you below. Just make sure you use that link so that I can continue to make great videos like this and give you guys great reviews and walkthroughs of this particular software. Now, this week, I'm gonna be going over nothing but thumbnails. So I'm gonna show you different thumbnail makers, which ones are which. If you have a thumbnail maker that you wanted me to try out, make sure that you leave me a link or leave me a comment down in the description below, and I'll definitely try to grab it and try it out for you, and we'll definitely do that, okay? All right, so this is Pixzels. I use Pixzels. It's very good software. I have a lot of thumbnail makers that I use, so it just depends on what I'm doing. And I'm going to show you the good, the bad, and the ugly. Now, the only thing that I don't like about Pixzels is you're not able to give it a very long prompt. So if you have some set prompts that you've already made and written out, you know, they're going to pretty much become sort of useless with this. This isn't the software for a long detailed prompt. Now you can give it a prompt, but it's not for, you know, those very long detailed prompts. And I'm going to be showing you guys in some additional videos on how to reverse engineer a YouTube thumbnail. And so, yeah, and we're going to be putting that up on videogeeksquad.com. So if you haven't visited our website, make sure that you do so. The link will be below. Make sure that you go ahead and snag yourself a membership, because we're going to start uploading more classes and courses up on the Video Geek Squad website itself. So the links for both of those will be down in the description, and I'll see you guys in the very next video.